We're gonna be doing a sneaker brand, defining the word mark, creating the icon, getting some shoe mock-ups. What I got is just a couple different types. What I will do is use the filter tool. Let's see, I wanna have something maybe a bit bolder, you know, maybe a little bit wider, because this might approach.
For sure.
And this feels a little bit like it could have some weight. So if we use my option key and sort of track that out a bit, or I might bring it really in and like
tighten up that.
Yeah, tighten it up even more. So I'm gonna drag that. Let's go ahead and outline this one, and so I can keep this live. So what I'm trying to do here is trying to make this sort of feel like the same angle.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that this has that parallel effect.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, so let's just go ahead and like commit. So like, let's just go in here, select these specific ones, and I'm using the direct select tool, which is up here, and just kind of give them a little bit more. And these two are a little bit overdone. When you're doing a logo, you really don't want to just type it out in the font and say, here you go.
Right,
You know, you want to give it a little bit of love, a little bit of TLC. Now this is starting to feel more custom, like it's feeling a little bit like intentional, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and commit to that. So I'm gonna, shape those all together. And so now we want to create an icon. All right, so we're going to get these out of here in the most basic way. And then let's just get rid of it there. We're gonna roll with this as sort of an icon. And what I wanna do is create and mimic this and kind of emphasize those two worlds kind of coming together. We're gonna make that, and then gonna send it to back. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna create sort of two different paths here. Let's just do like a light blue and maybe like a purple, like lower down this stroke a bit. We're gonna go over to Object, Blend, and we're gonna go to Blend Options. Let's do like 13. And then I'm gonna go back over here and Object, Blend, Make. Cool. And that's kind of like a wave, like a synth wave a bit. A tip, whenever you're making sort of like a white logo, the way contrast works with your eyes, you're gonna see black on white. You're gonna define edges a bit easier than a white logo on a darker background. It's gonna appear bigger and thicker.
Yeah,
like see how that thinner that looks? Right, just because your eyes don't adjust as well.
Makes sense.
And so you add a little bit of a stroke to it. That feels more similar. You don't want to do that for like every color in your palette. What you want to do is you just do it on black. So if you want to align something to an object in Illustrator, instead of like having to move an object, like if I do this, it's gonna move it according to the artboard, but you can just double click the thing that you want it to align to, and then it'll align to that object. And so again, we'll get that stroke, and then we'll bring it down to what we feel is pretty accurate. And so what I do is now I come in, expand that.
Nice.
And so I come in, merge that, take out the white, and then I paste it. So now I've got the white.
Wow, that's subtle, but that made a huge difference. I've never known that.
I'm gonna go back to Adobe Stock, and then let's get something like a texture that we can put on like a panel of a sneaker. We've got a little sneaker here that I found on Adobe Stock. We're gonna select both of these here.
We're looking for
Mockup Beta.
Yep.
And then we're gonna do Create Mockup. So it's gonna assess both images, so you can see how like this is already masking to the shoe.
That's cold.
I'm alt dragging this so I can do it on both sides of the panel here.
Nice.
Let's get this one. All right, so we're just gonna do this here. We're going to Object Select.
Okay.
We're gonna just select this shoe, and we're gonna copy, get rid of that, and then we're gonna paste it back in.
Nice.
And so wanna kinda do that, and let's bring in this pattern. Do some red. So I'm gonna get the sneaker that we just did, and I'm gonna bring it in the same way I did this one. Copy, paste it, gone. So now I've got that in there.
I can see that.
All right, and then we're gonna go back, go get our logo, put that in here.
Yeah.
And so now we've got a cool custom poster.
That's fire.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank y'all for tuning in.